to my Illustrated Ghost Stories. It's been a while. I think I said I'd bring one out a while ago and I didn't, so I just want to apologise about that. But life gets in the way sometimes. I'm sure you can forgive me, and I'll crack on with this new one now. So when I first read about Robin Hood's Bay having a ghost, I was on it. I love Robin Hood's Bay, and it is the perfect haunted locale as far as I'm concerned. It's got windy cobbled streets packed with crooked houses, and to be quite frank, the beach itself looks like the ghost of a beach. It's just my opinion. I know people love it, but I think it looks like the ghost of a beach. Honestly, it's like rocky and sandy, so even when the tide's out, it is covered in rock pools and slimy seaweed, and they all reflect the bleak grey Yorkshire sky across the beach. So it's very grey, it's very big, and it's just a ghost beach. It's a ghost beach. I feel like it's the sort of beach that M.R. James was thinking of when he wrote "Oh Whistle and I'll Come to You," because it's this huge grey creepy wasteland and you feel very alone when you're on it. I'm sure the tourist board are like loving my description of this place right now. It's great. Go Robin Hood's Bay. It's lovely. I've said I'm excited about it, but it is a ghost beach. It's a ghost beach. And the best bit is like it's always got this ice cream van on it that looks like it's lost. And I can't say I've ever seen an ice cream van on a beach before and thought, that looks out of place. That should be the home of an ice cream van, a beach. But this one, it looks lost. And the town itself has quite a history of smuggling. And it seems that everybody was on it. It's said that by the use of secret connected cellars in the tightly packed houses, you could get smuggled loot from the jetty all the way up the valley without it ever seeing the light of day. So there's all this history and atmosphere in this crooked little North Yorkshire seaside town. And I was quite disappointed that I actually struggled to find that many ghost stories about the place. I think there were one or two rumours of ghost stories of sort of smuggler spirits, but I don't know, I just expected more stories. But that being said, I think I found a goodie in the one that I am doing today. So this is the story of poor old Bert Marshall, and he is our headless spook of Robin Hood's Bay. So there's a running stereotype about Yorkshire folk that they are tight, they are rate tight people, and they would spend out, if they were going to spend out, they wouldn't do it. If they could get it cheaper somewhere else, they ain't going to spend it. If they could do it out or get it cheaper, it's not being spent. And Bert Marshall was the epitome of the stereotype. A man so tight that rather than dish out for a pair of dentures when he needed them, he is rumoured to have stolen them from a corpse. Gone up and stolen some dentures from a corpse. Put them in his mouth. Gross. He's gross. He's a gross man. But that's how tight he is. So a cash poor farmer. He didn't even have a horse to ride, and so we'd take the regular 5-mile walk to the Windmill pub in Staines Acre to meet with the one thing that would convince him to part with his cash. Booze. You guessed it, that's right, alcohol. The one thing that Bert spent money on is booze. Now, it said that Bert took this 5-mile walk down the railroad track often, but it was on one dark night that he'd befell an accident that would make this walk his last. And no one knew exactly what happened to Bert, but it was theorised that at some point on his walk home along the tracks, he either stumbled and fell, or in a drunken haze, straight up just lay down and went to sleep. But what everyone does agree on is that at some point in the night, he was hit full on by a speeding train and decapitated. One theory is that he stopped to pick up his looted dentures after dropping them, and this is a theory supported by the fact that when poor old Bert's headless body was found, the dentures were still in his hand. And now the really odd bit is that when Bert's body was found, despite extensive searching by the police, his head was never recovered. His head was never recovered. Where is his head? Where did his head go? And in these days, it was very important, or so it was believed, that bodies needed to be buried whole in order for the spirits to rest. So not only creepy and mysterious and confusing, the lack of head, but important for poor Bert's ghost to be able to rest. And so that's where we get the legend of Bert's ghost, that on moonless nights up by the railway tracks at the top of the valley, Farmer Bert can still be spotted. Legend goes that his headless ghost is still on a mission to find his head, which was, as we've said, never found, and that he can be heard click-clacking his dentures, sort of like an animal call, a signal to his lost head, in the hope of getting a response so that his parts can be reunited once more and his spirit set to rest. So that's today's tale. That's the tale of our drunken headless spook of Robin Hood's Bay. Where is his head? Where is his head? Where is his head? How do you lose a head? What is going on? This story, the idea of this ghost holding clicky-clacky dentures without a head, and also the very, even if you don't believe in ghosts, the very material, where is his head? Where is his head? This is why this story was interesting to me today, and I wanted to share it with you. And it also reminded me of the tale from my last video of the severed arm of Overwater. I mean, is the head a ghost as well? Is it a separate ghost? Does the head haunt a separate location because it too is unwhole and so unable to rest? Is it trying to find its body? Is it listening out for the clicky-clacky teeth? We'll have to have a look and find out if there are any toothless severed head ghost sightings somewhere else in Yorkshire. I hope that you've enjoyed this tale today. I'm already working on the next one so that we can be back on track for fortnightly releases as they used to be. And sorry again that it's just taken me so long for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it and that's made up for it for you. Thank you for your patience. And I will see you next time. All right, thank you. Bye.